Welcome back to The Average Kitchen. Happy to be back. We're now shooting in 4K. Big upgrade for The Average Kitchen on the cameras. Hopefully you noticed. We also have a new editor. Shout out Dan, super talented guy. Today we are reviewing and I gotta read this, the Ninja Foodi NeverDull Premium Knife System. Full kit of knives here from Ninja, and I must say, pretty nice looking product. Several knife options. I'm gonna list them off because I won't remember. 8-inch chef, 8-inch bread, 8-inch slicing, 7-inch, and I apologize, I'm probably gonna mispronounce this, Santoku. Correct me in the comment if I'm wrong. A 6-inch boning, 5-inch utility, 3.5-inch paring, and 8 4.5-inch steak knives with a pair of shears. The only thing right now that I would say that I'm a little concerned with is no dishwasher. And I know Jamie hates that, but no dishwasher, even for the steak knives, which normally they just go in the dishwasher. They gotta be manually washed. I know, bit of a downfall. As far as literature, not a whole lot, but it does have this cool little chart. You can probably see it here. Jamie's gonna zoom in. Just recommendations on which knives you should use in which circumstance. So that's kind of neat. Price point, Jamie, remind me please.
$349 American.
Yeesh. That will be paid? Whew. $349 US, which is like, I'm not even joking, $500 Canadian, roughly. Big money. There's a full knife sharpening system down the side. However, they do say in the book, do not sharpen these knives right away. They come pre-sharpened, so we're not gonna test the sharpener. We did throw a couple extra dollars in our order and ordered a second sharpening wheel. I don't think that they have to be replaced very often, but we just got one. According to the book, they suggest sharpening the knives every 2 weeks. I would think you'd have to be using your knife a ton and running it through the paces to have to sharpen it every 2 weeks, but I don't know. Maybe you're a home chef and you love a super sharp knife. Let's be honest, there's nothing worse than a dull knife. But we've got a series of tests that we're gonna do to sort of, I guess, show you what these knives can do. So let me get set up and let's start doing some tests. All right, first thing I wanna try is, I got a very large Roma tomato here. I apologize, I don't remember all the placement of the knives yet. So I'm probably, yeah, chef knife. Okay, so 8-inch chef knife. Now, I wanna try something sort of live during this shoot. I watched this guy the other day cut a tomato. I don't think it's gonna work. But basically, didn't even have to touch the tomato. And, well, so I've got just a finger on it. Okay. Not as dramatic as the guy that probably did 20 takes or 50 takes, where he basically just sort of touched the tomato. It would have to be placed better, but
it might have been a more stable tomato.
It might have been a more stable tomato. So let's just try to, I just want to mimic and try to show you, mimic's not the right word, just try to show you the functionality. The first thing I would notice is the knife is nicely shaped. The handle's a decent size. Now I've got pretty big meat hooks, so it's a little small for me, as you see. And I'd like a bit of a heavier knife. This one is a little on the lighter side, but let's just try to see if we can get one really thin here. So that's, I mean, almost translucent, is that the right word? I am not professing to have exceptional knife skills at all. But you could see with little ease and barely even putting any pressure on the tomato at all, you know, super thin slices. I don't even really know. I mean, I know that shows how sharp a knife is, but like if you're making a sandwich, who wants paper thin slices of tomato? Like normally you would just have, you know, your standard nice slices of tomato for your sandwich. So, I mean, a little challenging doing a knife demo video. I mean, at the end of the day, what's the measuring stick? Does the knife cut? Yes, it cuts. Am I trying to avoid cut myself and look silly on this video? Yes, that's my goal. but it sliced the tomato. Again, not practical having these super thin slices, but without ease, slice the tomato very, very nicely. So let me get this cleaned up. All right, next thing we're gonna try is the word I can't pronounce, the 7-inch Santoku. I think it's Japanese, I could be wrong. So we have an English cucumber. This one has the dimples on it, which by design is supposed to help things from sticking. Jamie, Mr. Pessimistic, not thinking it's gonna do anything. He thinks it's gonna stick. Well, let's see. Now, here's the problem, in fairness. Well, I guess it is touching the dimples. That one's sticking. But if I just keep pushing through, what do you think, Jamie?
I think that almost every single one is sticking.
But pushing off. Okay, hey, we're on a roll here. Very consistent slices. Like, get out the measuring tape. Right, Jamie?
Yeah.
No. Don't even know what I was gonna say. This one was really the only one that was off. For the most part, pretty consistent. Flew through the cucumber. Again, exceptional knife skills. Not so much. I am fascinated with people who can make a knife sing, as they say. All right, that worked pretty well. My challenge with these knife blocks is this. I'm an 8-inch chef knife kind of guy. My go-to knife, I'll show you, although it's very intimidating, it's like a weapon, is this DALSTRONG, which if you look at it the wrong way, it's gonna cut you. But it's so perfectly balanced. The weight of it is so nice. Really big fan, but there has been some cuts in the average kitchen and mostly in the cleaning department. I believe, Jamie, you were a victim of this knife.
Indeed.
At one point. So that is my go-to. So where I was going with that point is really nice to have a full block of knives, but I don't know, like, am I gonna use 4 or 5 different knives all the time? Probably just gonna go with the old faithful 8-inch chef knife, but let me know in the comments, what's your go-to knife and do you like using a variety? Like, yeah, sure, you'll use a paring knife, steak knives, obviously, bread knife, sure, but 3 or 4 8-inch, or I guess there's 3 8-inch knives, I don't know. We got a red onion here. So what else do we have for knives here? This is the slicing knife. So this is an 8-inch slicing knife. So let's give that a try.
Gonna slice.
It should slice. So let's get rid of the skin and then we can get into some business here. So right off the hop, I don't know, it was kind of struggling with that onion, to be honest. So maybe what I'll do is try chopping this up or cutting this or slicing this with the slicing knife, and then I'll try it with the 8-inch chef knife. All right, so slicing knife, obviously quite a long knife. I mean, it's certainly doing a good job. Maybe it's doing a better job because these are all falling all over the place. All right, so let's just for fun try. Yeah, it does an okay job, but this actually, I was doubting it. Slices really nice. The only thing with this is, and again, no knife skills here, but sometimes if you want to chop, you know, and you want to get that rocking motion going, you know, you can pivot off the front of your knife and get that chopping going. With this one, I don't know. You can, but because it doesn't have the depth, I keep smashing my knuckles on the cutting board, as you see here, that I can't get down far enough. So in fairness, it is a slicing knife, but you're not gonna be able to get that motion that you normally would with a chef knife because you have that clearance which allows your knuckles to get by. All right, so I just got a block of cheese here and I've got the utility knife. Pretty small, light, but nice. Yeah, I mean, it just, as you would expect, just slides through cheese like it should. Oh, mess that piece up. Gotta eat it. So really, it's what you would expect to slice cheese. All right, so let's talk about this product. One thing I didn't mention off the hop, it does have suction cups on the bottom, which I do like on a countertop, that if you go to pull a knife out, it's not gonna fall down or come towards you, safety issue, whatever. We started this new thing in the Average Kitchen where we're scoring products. We sort of have a matrix of different things that we look at and come up with a score. We're giving this a 7.9 out of 10. The downside on it is not dishwasher safe, even for the steak knives, so that's a bit of a bust. The overall quality appears to be good, but really, time will tell, right? We almost have to like use this here in my kitchen for the next year and then revisit it and say, hey, are these holding up? Are they doing well? Are the steak knives good? Whatever. How's the sharpening? This and that. But on face value, the way we looked at it, the size of it, the price point, the quality, what you get. I mean, Jamie asked me off camera, like that DALSTRONG knife, he goes, well, what did you pay for that? I'm like, it was probably close to 200 bucks Canadian, so, but that's for one knife. So say 500 Canadian for this whole set that has a built-in sharpener that they call NeverDull. Maybe it's good value, time will tell. That's our video. We really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you on the next one.